Hey everyone, it's a sports algorithm podcast for a rainy Thursday, June 22nd, 2023. You'll see that there are a lot of potential rainouts when it comes to baseball. We'll talk about baseball. We'll talk about MLS soccer results from yesterday. We'll talk about WNBA, of which there are some games tonight, and I did some work on the WNBA file, so we should expect better things out of it. So let's first start off with baseball. Short slate today, and there are a lot of potential rainouts. It is raining here in the nation's capital, and this may or may not go today, as noted by these lines of 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 here. So I'd focus more on the games that have lines. They're also easier to see here because the line comes up as 0. So the top pick that's available is Cleveland over Oakland, followed by San Diego over San Francisco and Atlanta over Philadelphia. But as you can see, a lot of things that were potentially playable today here on Thursday are potentially going to be rained out. So betting against Oakland usually works out. We'll see how that goes. So that's that. And I've pasted that in the Google Sheet here. What's worthy of watching and playing today is probably WNBA because the work I've done on the file, and I think there are some reasonable lines and interesting injuries today. So updated as of right now, here just before 1 p.m. on the East Coast, you've got injuries on the Sun and the Lynx, and it still favors the Sun at a pretty big margin. It says they really would win this game if both these teams were super healthy. So that's not a terrible line for them just to win. So algorithm is saying that they'll beat the Lynx. Next, you've got the Storm at home against the Fever and a big injury number on the Fever. So let's take a look at that number and see what's comprising that injury number and whether or not these people could be, these ladies, could be, they're all game time decisions, okay? Including a big player they have, Aaliyah Boston. I think she was a pretty high draft pick, and she does control under the basket, rebounds well. She's a good player. So whether or not she goes with a calf probably goes. So seeing that there gives you a little bit more information about the injuries in that game, and says that I understand why this is kind of an underdog line, but apparently the Storm, according to our stats, would win this game anyway. But there will be certainly some at least mildly affecting injuries on that team. So that's a pretty good underdog pick. It's going to be closer than you think because these injuries don't seem to be as significant as that number looks. But it still would say take the Storm. Now you've got the Mystics away against the Sky. Mystics have injuries here, but so do the Sky. Very close margin, line kind of consistent with that, actually. So this is a tougher pick down here. It'll probably pick lower points than normal because of these injuries here. So that's one thing I've noticed is when people are out, that will generally result in fewer points unless it's super lopsided and somebody defensive is out. And then the other team may score more. So you guys see how those injuries are actually affecting them. But basically, it would have these three, but these two are stronger. And this one's a lot closer with injuries. So maybe an under in this game, and then these two to win. So that's MLB. Let's talk about results of soccer. Not great yesterday. We'll go game by game because that's the way to do it. Atlanta, New York. We had this as kind of a close game going the way of Atlanta. Ends up being a tie. So that's a miss, but not that bad of a miss because it ends up being a draw. Cincinnati wins. That one's good. That's a winner. Montreal and Nashville, no. We had Nashville. This is a bad miss. We had Nashville winning this game by more than a few goals. They don't put up any and lose 1-0. So that's a bad miss from the algorithm there. Dig into why that happens. Charlotte got up to a 2-0 lead in the first half, and then somehow it was 2-2 before you blinked an eye in the second half. I was like, whoa. It's like that looked like a great pick for the algorithm that ends up being a draw. Bad luck. They did come up 2-0. Orlando and Philadelphia tie, and it predicted a tie. So, or very close to a tie. That's pretty good right there. Houston Dynamo was supposed to be a tie. It wasn't. Ended up being 2-1 Dynamo. That's a miss because we had San Jose slightly to win this game, so that's not good. But still kind of close. St. Louis lose a bad miss here. Whoop, go back. It's a bad miss here for the algorithm on this game. St. Louis does not win, and they lose by 2. Real Salt Lake, an underdog. I mean, algorithm should be doing something there. Did not do that. Austin wins 3-0. This is pretty good. Colorado, Vancouver got rained out or snowed out or something. Galaxy and Kansas City. We had Sporting KC. It ends up being 2-2, not 2-1. So Galaxy score a little more. So okay, but not great pick there. And LA Football Club wins. This is pretty good. They don't score as much, but they do win. And here we just missed this one. This one was tied till late. And then Chicago did win this game. Would have been nicer if it was a 1-1 tie, but it wasn't. So yeah, like not a great week for MLB here starting out. It's MLS starting out. But there will be games on Saturday, and I will run this thing for Saturday's games, and we'll take a look. And I'll try to keep working with it. We need to adjust variables here. So really a macro needs to be built for this, but I'll have to have the energy for that at some point later in the future. I'm just not all that into it. We'll just keep watching. But there will be. I'm doing some Python classes to learn Python coding, which is going to make some of these things a lot easier. So extracting information and such. So that's going to be how I'm going to enhance these going forward, picking up other skills and learning those and applying them to this logic on a daily basis. Because I can get this done. Let's paste our WNBA predictions in here. Let's put them up in the Google Sheet for anybody who wants to take a look today. I think we're up to 16 friends in here so far. So here we go. Good luck, everybody. Go Sun, go Storm, go Guardians, go Atlanta, and we'll keep working on soccer. All right, good luck. May all your picks be winning.